Hey everyone, Jennifer Lee Chan here from NBC Sports Bay Area, and it is official. Robert Saleh will be back as the 49ers defensive coordinator, just as we all thought. I was wrong. I thought he was going to end up being a head coach, most likely in Jacksonville, but a lot of different things happened between the video where I said that he was likely out as defensive coordinator and Friday at 7:45 p.m. So, Robert Saleh will be back, and I think it is a fantastic move for the 49ers. He knows exactly what Kyle Shanahan wants on defense, and that's what was missing between Steve Wilks, who had his own system. Kyle Shanahan kind of wants it his own way because that's the way the defense is built. That's how they drafted players. And Nick Sorensen, little acclimation process. He does come from the same system, but it just did not work out. And I think that Robert Saleh will re-energize this defense. He's got a lot of guys that he knows. Uh, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, hopefully Dre Greenlaw comes back. Talanoa Hufanga knows him. There are some guys who don't, and that would be, you know, Deommodore Lenoir. That would be Renardo Green, Malik Mustafa. But these young guys are going to get to know him, and I'm sure they've already heard about him from the vets on the team. And I think it's going to be a seamless transition because he's worked so closely with Kyle Shanahan. So he was the defensive coordinator for Kyle Shanahan for 4 seasons, right? 17, 18, 19, and 20. And he knows exactly, and let's not forget, Kyle Shanahan is the offensive coordinator and the head coach, but a lot of people don't think he's that involved with the defense. He is. He is a guy who sat in defensive meeting rooms from the beginning of his career, back when he was, a quality control guy, back when he was in Tampa, in Washington, all these different teams, Cleveland. He would sit in defensive meeting rooms and watch how defenses play. And that's why he's such a good offensive player or offensive coach. So when you look at how this is going to work, and Nick Sorensen is out, Brandon Staley is most likely out, it is going to be Robert Saleh. And it's going to be so much of an easier transition. It's been kind of rough because, after D'Amico Ryans left, it was a year of Steve Wilks that, yes, they made it to the Super Bowl, but there were a lot of issues there. Nick Sorensen in a really bad 6-11 season, horrible red zone defense, horrible run defense, and the 49ers are known for their run defense. They're also known for a lot of takeaways, and that hasn't happened in the second half of the 2025 season. You look at the playoffs, and every team that generated takeaways moved on to the next round. So it's something the 49ers need to keep an eye on, and it's something that Robert Saleh has been there for. So Robert Saleh back as defensive coordinator. They have not made any announcements about the special teams coordinator. That probably will happen early next week. So it's official. Robert Saleh back as 49ers defense coordinator. And I think it's the best case scenario. I just was shocked that they only interviewed two guys officially. And yes, I think Kyle Shanahan was making phone calls. He was doing his due diligence. And I don't think he just talked to two guys. He definitely talked to more, made phone calls, but official interviews, only two were on the record for defense coordinator. That's Deshae Townsend, and that was Robert Saleh. So all the things that happened between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Jacksonville Jags, the firing of Trent Baalke, Liam Cohen saying no, Shad Khan firing Trent Baalke, Liam Cohen saying yes. And then, because I really do think Robert Saleh was the guy if Liam Cohen didn't take the job in Jacksonville. So it all worked out. Shad Khan firing Trent Baalke did the 49ers a solid, and now Robert Saleh will be back. And I think Robert Saleh and his energy is going to make a huge difference. I mean, you look at how the 49ers defense played when it was Robert Saleh yelling and screaming, jumping up and down with his enthusiasm on the sidelines. When D'Amico Ryans was out there as, the defense coordinator, jumping up and down and, giving the defense so much energy and so much enthusiasm. And then you go to Steve Wilks, who's very mellow and subdued for a while. He was up in the box. Nick Sorensen, very quiet, not the most energetic guy. And mostly also he's been a defensive coach for a while, but he played special teams a lot. So to have that energy back on the defense, I think is going to make a huge difference. So that's it for me. We'll have more updates coming up, but Robert Saleh, back in the Bay, it's official. He's the 49ers defensive coordinator of 2025. Maybe more.